Well, kia ora Rotorua. This is your news for Tuesday, the 11th of January 2011. I'm Steve Comber. Thanks for joining us. Ahead tonight, name suppression has been granted to a teenager involved in a fatal crash. Search continued for missing jet skier today, and cyclist Julian Dean looks for success in the Pro Tour. Those stories and more ahead this evening. Right to a teenager accused of killing John Paul College student Jesse Howe by dangerously driving a vehicle has been granted interim name suppression when he appeared before a registrar in the Rotorua District Court yesterday. The teenager is also charged with 10 charges of dangerous driving causing injury. He's been remanded on bail and will appear again later this month. Jesse Howe, 17, was one of 12 teenagers returning to Rotorua in a van after a party in Taupo in July last year when it crashed on State Highway 5 and rolled, throwing all occupants from the vehicle. The search continued today for missing teenager Bishop Thompson with the assistance of the New Zealand Navy Dive Squad. Specialist sonar equipment was brought by the squad to search the area where the jet skier was last seen. Bishop's family also spent the day at the lake holding vigil. Relatives and supporters have set up tents and were cooking on the outdoor barbecue at the Lake Okarika Reserve. Carloads of mainly young people have also added their support. At times they went in small groups out onto the jetty to sit and wait for news. An international chess tournament will be held in Rotorua in the last week of January, attracting 2 chess Grand Masters from Australia. The Oceania Zone World Chess Championship Qualification Tournament will be hosted by the New Zealand Chess Federation from January 25 to 31st at the Millennium Hotel. President of the New Zealand Chess Federation, Paul Spiller, said about 70 players would come to Rotorua for the competition from right across the countries or the world. Australia, New Zealand, Fiji will attend, Papua New Guinea, the Solomon Islands and Palau. It's the first time the tournament has been held in Rotorua, and Rotorua was chosen for its tourism appeal, with some players flying direct to Rotorua from Australia. Mamaku chess teacher Rick Luce is not competing but is excited about the tournament coming to town. He says it will be the strongest competition of its kind to happen here. MyFM's Summer Hummer 2011 begins this week in Rotorua and is jam-packed with fun activities for teenagers to enjoy over the last few weeks of the school holidays. Rotorua District Council Youth Projects Officer Jill Campbell says the program offers a variety of activities to keep young people amused at a time when they may be feeling restless. She says that after Christmas, teenagers tend to get bored, but there's no need to get bored at all. Mrs. Campbell also says the financial strain on parents is lessened through the Summer Hummer program. She says that not a lot of people have spare money after Christmas, and it can be tough on parents to provide amusement for their teenagers. Summer Hummer activities are mostly free or include just a small cover charge, so no one should miss out on having a fun time over the next 3 weeks. The summer series is a joint effort between MyFM, Rotorua District Council and local youth providers. And in your sports news tonight, Kiwi cyclist Julian Dean has turned his attentions to the Pro Tour after a disappointing performance at the Road Nationals held over the weekend in Christchurch. Dean's now focused on the Pro Tour cycling season after missing out on the national champions jersey for a second straight year. The recently crowned New Zealand Road Cyclist of the Year finished a distant 15th on the Road Nationals, almost 10 minutes behind race winner Hayden Ralston. Dean says he's now got to think about the bigger picture. He says he's in Australia next week for the Tour Down Under, and it's still very early in the season for him. Hayden Ralston and Greg Henderson will also line up in the Tour Down Under starting on Sunday. And the best of luck to all involved. To your weather, Rotorua. Tonight, again, fine weather does continue. Northerly breezes, we're down to a low of 11 degrees. Tomorrow, Wednesday, mainly fine. Southwesterly change, bringing a bit of cloud in the afternoon. High 24, low 13. And through to Thursday, morning cloud but fine. Winds turning southeast, a high 23 and a low of 11. And if you're boating, marine forecast, Rotorua for tomorrow, winds becoming northwest, 10 knots in the morning. They should rise to 15 for a time in the afternoon. Waves rising to half a metre for a time in the afternoon, and cloudy periods will continue. If you did miss any of these stories in tonight's bulletin, you can view it again. Simply log on to our website, tvrotorua.co.nz. Click on the View Latest City News link on the right-hand side of the main page. Well, stay with us. Still to come tonight, Trevor Ogilvy's in to talk New Zealand Road Champs for 2011, and some tips on how to stay safe on the road with Drive for Life. And driving instructor Jackson Tipati will join me later in the bulletin as well.